Hello, this is Iino. In this time, we bring you the logistics news for the latter half of November 2024. We'll cover the impact of the U.S. presidential election on logistics, strikes at ports on the North American East Coast and in Canada, and the record-high supply of new ships. Let's dive in. Trump's re-election and potential advance shipping due to tariff hikes. With former U.S. President Donald Trump securing re-election, attention is again turning to tariff hikes. The new policy indicates an additional tariff of up to 60% on Chinese products, which is expected to have a significant impact on the trade industry. In response, some shippers are reportedly moving to advance container shipments before Trump's inauguration in January 2025. Particularly with the anticipated surge in cargo ahead of the Chinese New Year in February, there are concerns about port congestion due to these advances. Furthermore, North American sea freight rates have been rising since the latter half of October, and experts anticipate further increases in light of this tariff hike policy. Meanwhile, major shipping companies believe that, as long as the U.S. economy remains strong and consumer spending steady, the demand for container shipping will continue to be stable. These tariff hikes could also accelerate the reorganization of global supply chains, potentially forming new logistics flows within the trade industry. It will be important to monitor how this will affect sea freight rates, the stock market, and international logistics in the future. Strikes at Canadian West Coast ports, partial agreement with government intervention. We have two updates on port-related news. First, regarding the Canadian strike. Amidst stalled labor negotiations at Canada's West Coast ports, the Port Workers Union ILWU Local 514 initiated a strike. The conflict with the employer group BCMEA centers around wage increases and improvements in working conditions. Since the labor agreement expired at the end of March 2023, negotiations regarding a proposed 19.2% wage increase have been challenging. In response to the stalemate, the employers implemented a lockout, temporarily halting port functions. However, with Canada's swift government intervention and urging both sides to negotiate, an agreement was finally reached, and the ports have resumed normal operations. Breakdown in labor negotiations at North American East Coast ports over automation issues. At ports on the North American East Coast, labor negotiations broke down on November 15. Although some agreements were reached regarding wage adjustments, differences of opinion on port automation remain unresolved, preventing full agreement. Unions strongly fear that full automation will lead to job losses for port workers. Conversely, employers maintain that automation is essential for efficiency, leading to deepening rifts between the parties. The union's firm stance against even partial automation contributed to the breakdown of negotiations. The current provisional agreement period lasts until January 15, 2024. If negotiations do not progress past this deadline, major ports on the North American East Coast may shut down. Prolonged labor disputes like this risk increasing transaction costs and causing delays in product supply, potentially affecting the broader economy. These situations surrounding the ports on the North American East Coast and Canada are significant factors impacting the entire supply chain. Extended issues on the North American East Coast could lead to widespread disruptions in global logistics, drawing focus to the progress of future negotiations. Record 3 million TEU new ship deliveries in 2024, yet no oversupply. New ship deliveries in 2024 are expected to reach a record high of 3 million TEU. Although this raises concerns about increased supply, oversupply has not yet materialized, with several factors contributing to this situation. Firstly, congestion in the Suez Canal has necessitated detours for many vessels, increasing voyage days and effectively limiting supply. Additionally, delays in scrapping older ships mean the total number of operational ships hasn't increased significantly. However, should operations in the Suez Canal resume soon, a short-term oversupply may occur. Nonetheless, the introduction of more fuel-efficient new ships and the acceleration of older ship scrapping are expected to maintain appropriate supply levels and stabilize the market in the medium to long term. How was this news update? Given the significant impact on global logistics and trade by Trump's re-election and ongoing labor negotiations on the North American East and Canadian coasts, we will continue to provide you with the latest updates. That's all for this segment. Thank you.
this channel, I explain about international logistics knowledge for your better understanding. I hope this video will be a good support for your logistics job. If you have any shipment from Thailand or to Thailand, please feel free to contact me Iino-san anytime. Also, I'm very motivated to keep updating these videos. If you subscribe, press good or comment anything. Well, thank you. See you next time.